guys, we are checking back in with the updates on the DIY eyelash extensions. So today is Friday and I applied these lashes last Friday, so they have been on for a full 8 days. So I'm gonna let you guys know how these wore, what I thought about them, what I learned along the way, and just my overall thoughts on these lashes. So starting off, let's do a quick up close so you can see what my lashes look like right now. Okay guys, so I will try to zoom you in as close as I can, and I might even try to take some video on my cell phone to see how close up we can get with this. So this is how my lashes look after 8 full days of wear. Honestly, I really do feel like if I wanted to just keep going and see how long I could wear these till they really needed to be worn, I could totally keep going a few more days on this, but I do want to give my lashes a little bit of a break, kind of see how my natural lashes are looking. So some of these things I've learned from my experience of using these lashes. So number one, just like the short and the sweet of it, would I wear these again? And my answer is yes, I definitely would. Now the one caveat is that I do want to look into purchasing some different style of lashes because I did like these and they grew on me when I very first applied these. I think you guys could tell. I was like, oh, these look like kind of intense, they're a little bit crazy, they look too much, and they definitely felt that way for when I put them on for the very first time, especially if I was not wearing makeup. I do feel like they looked a little bit more dramatic than when they did when I actually had eye makeup on. So as far as applying makeup, I did wear eye makeup with them the first 2 days. So when I very first applied them, I put makeup on to see how that was like. And then I also did full makeup the very next day. And then every day after that, I decided I just didn't want to do much eye makeup just because I didn't really feel like I needed it. They were just work days for me. So I didn't really feel like I needed to do some full glam kind of makeup look. And I actually really enjoyed not having to put on eye makeup, but still feeling like really put together. I feel like I didn't look as tired or as naked faced as I would if I hadn't. I mean, even on like a no makeup day for me, I'm still gonna put on mascara at the absolute least. So I will do that, but this just kind of like, I don't know, it grew on me. I really did like the lashes, and the more I saw them, I really enjoyed the look of them. Now, it wasn't all rainbows. I will say though, a couple things I didn't like about it. Whenever it came time to remove the makeup at night, it was definitely a slower going process as far as removing the eye makeup itself. And I really felt like I couldn't get like just every last stitch of makeup off my eyes because I had to go so slow and like very carefully work around the lashes. You know, typically if I was just wearing a strip lash, you know, you peel that off first and then you can just go to town and you can get all that makeup off. But this was definitely a little bit slower going at removing the eye makeup, which I think was another factor that led to me not wanting to put eye makeup on as much throughout the week. So that was a little bit of a downside, just that, you know, I felt like I really had to kind of baby the lashes to like work around them. And another thing is when I did wear liquid eyeliner, I felt like it was a lot harder to get every last bit of that liquid eyeliner off my eyes because it was so close to my lash line, obviously. So I did feel like I just had to be very careful. The first time I was removing the makeup, I did knock off either one of the outer corners or one of the inner corners, and I did reapply those. So that brings me to my next point. I did have to reapply a couple lashes here and there throughout the week. I was not going to just, you know, let them fall off and then just go with it because I would have looked ridiculous if I had done that. A couple, very few times, probably once or twice, I did have one of the outer, not the complete outer, but like the middle outer ones kind of come off, and I had to like kind of reposition it. But the two spots that I did have the most trouble with obviously were the inner corner ones and the outer corner ones. Now I did have the most problem with the inner corner ones kind of popping off, and I think it's just because number one, they were just such a bigger lash in that section that they were just prone to kind of coming off because I have a lot shorter lashes on the inner portion of my eyes. So I felt like there just wasn't enough for it to really hold on to. So after like day 2 or 3, I just said fuck it with the inner corners and I didn't reapply those. At first I was worried that they looked too like choppy that way, just having like nothing and then that, but honestly it just kind of grew on me and I didn't mind it after that. And a couple times I did have to re-glue on like the outer corner one. So if you're thinking that this will just be like a set it and forget it for a week type of thing, that was definitely not the case for me. I'm sure some people probably could do that, but for me there was definitely some minor adjusting I had to do every morning whenever I woke up, which brings me to my next point of how did these wear when I was sleeping. So for me personally, I only really noticed it the very first night that I slept with them on, obviously because I'm not used to sleeping with these crazy eyelashes, and I didn't really feel it too much, especially with the positioning of these. Now if you don't get them just like a little bit out from your root, if you've got it right there on the lash line or the waterline of your upper lid, you're totally gonna feel them and they're not gonna be comfortable. So I like to do just a millimeter above that lash line so it's not in direct contact with the waterline. Okay, update on the lashes. This is after the first overnight wear. I feel like this side got a little bit wonky. I'm gonna see if I can kind of adjust it a little bit. And then I did lose one of the innermost parts, but that one I already had to replace again. I think it's just not sticking very well. This one held up okay, but they're also looking just a little bit wonky. And then I think I might have lost one off the end here, but I'm not positive. So this is how it looked after one overnight wear. They weren't uncomfortable, but I feel like I noticed it a little bit more at nighttime with the lashes. So we're gonna see if we can kind of fix that one just a little bit and reattach that little inner corner one. That one is just not sticking very well, so we're just gonna see how it goes. But as far as how they felt when I was sleeping, most nights I didn't even notice it after that first night. And most mornings they looked pretty okay. I did take a little spoolie and kind of like brush through them just a little bit so that they had like kind of clumped together or anything. It kind of fluffed them up a little bit and that definitely helped. Okay, so these are how the lashes are looking on day 4. I'm not wearing any makeup today, but you can see I got like a little remnants of makeup left, but this is still how the lashes are looking. One of these ones did kind of pop off just a minute ago, and unfortunately I don't have any of the glue with me, but there was enough glue to just like stick it back on, so I'm hoping it will stay on. It's kind of like one of those like middle ones there, but I mean, as far as it goes for day 4, not looking the worst. Not looking the worst. Okay, we are on day 5. This is morning. I just woke up. Did lose one clump again, this like inner one here. I don't know if I just didn't get a very good attachment like the very first time I applied it, because that is the one that is giving me the most trouble. On second thought, I don't think I'm going to reapply that inner corner one, because I also noticed this one's gone too. So just to keep them even, because I don't know where that little lash cluster is, we're just gonna go like this. I think it doesn't look too crazy without those little inner corner portions, so we're just going to leave those off and see how the rest of these last. And then as far as everything else, it's still looking pretty good. This is what they look like after 4 nights of wear. This is starting the 5th day. Okay guys, it is day 7 and these are how the lashes are looking still. I feel like this one kind of got a little bit wonky, but overall they're still holding on. They're still holding on. I'm definitely going to be taking them off probably tomorrow evening. And I do have to say, most of the clusters did stay the entire time without needing to be repositioned or re-put on completely. The only spots that I had that trouble with was the inner and the outer corners, and that could have just been a fault of my application in the first place that caused them to not stick as well. So I would have to say I'm actually pretty impressed with them. I'm not gonna lie though, I did keep these with me at all times, the Bond and Seal, a little lash comb, spoolie, and the little scissors and tweezers. I kept those with me at all times because if I had like a lash catastrophe where one of the middle ones fell out for some reason, I would definitely want to be able to fix it on the fly. So I did keep those pretty close to me wherever I was going, just like in my purse or something. So the next point is a little bit about the glue. So I did notice probably around day 4 and on, if I look super closely, I could start to notice a little bit of like the eyelash glue kind of pilling up just a little bit. Like if I look super close, I can see like, you know, like a little eyelash crumb or something. So I would try to be very careful to gently kind of like brush that away so it wasn't obvious, but that wasn't a big deal, and I don't think it's super obvious unless you're like up there in the mirror looking. I don't think someone just talking to you face to face would even notice anything like that, so that wasn't really something I to worry about. So finally, moving on to the very last portion of this video, we are going to do a live removal of these to see what it's like, what the process is like. So I'm going to be removing my eye makeup. So I'll show you how I have to kind of be gentle around getting the makeup off around, just to kind of give you an idea on that. And I'm gonna see how hard this is to remove. Now, I do think that there are specific glue dissolvers that you can buy to like kind of help break down the glue. I don't know how necessary that's gonna be. We're just going to see, can I just like gently nudge these off my lashes and kind of see what state my natural lashes are left in. Okay, so we've got some super up close here. So here are what some of the lashes look like. And this eye here. I think from like the side profile, they still look really, really good. Not bad. I did have to reapply one of the corner lashes today, so this one's probably going to be really stuck on more than the others. Okay, this might be a little gross, but I'm going to kind of show you guys, like, if you can see some of the like little glue spots, that is what we're looking at. Here are some of the little lashes there. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove some of the makeup. So this is kind of what I would do. I would take my finger and put it into my little makeup tissue like this. And I would kind of very carefully try to clean up. Oh, look, we got one little one that fell off already. I'm gonna take that one off. So that's what I mean. Like I had to be very careful to remove my makeup. Otherwise I felt like I was going to knock off some of these lashes. And again, I am wearing black eyeliner today, so this was a lot harder to remove on the days that I did do eyeliner. So after a while I decided, hey, I don't really feel like I need to do the eyeliner anymore. So most days I didn't even do eyeliner at all. So again, I am trying to get as very close as I can to getting that makeup off. Now, if I was trying to not remove the lashes though, it was actually quite difficult. Obviously now I'm going to be removing the lashes, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea, like if I wasn't trying to, this is how careful I would have to be if I was really trying to remove all the makeup and not the lashes. Okay, so let's do another really up close. Okay, so here is how it looks after I have tried my very best to remove the eye makeup. So you can see, I feel like there's still a little bit of remnants on the lash line here from the eyeliner, and these are what the lashes look like. Okay, now I'm going to just very carefully, I'm gonna kind of nudge any of the lashes and just see how easy they come off. Okay, that one came off super easy. So I'm just gonna slowly start taking these off and seeing if I'm left with any glue residue. And again, these are ones, the middle ones, I did not re-glue. So the glue is quite a bit older on these parts. Okay, I did lose a natural lash here. I do got one lash casualty so far. Gonna just carefully pull these off. These are coming off super, super easy, you guys. Like they were staying on pretty good, but like as far as removing these, not having much issues at all. That's not painful. It's not really pulling out too many of my natural lashes. Okay, so here are all of the lash clusters that I removed from my lashes from both eyes. So those are all of the ones I was wearing. So some of them you can see like on this one here, you can kind of see where like a lot of the lashes kind of clumped into like a mega lash. So there was a little bit of clumping as far as that goes. But I think that also is just kind of like the style of this particular lash as well. You can kind of see how it kind of like goes out to the center, out to the side, out to the other side, like at 45-degree angles ish. So I think that's just another characteristic of this type of style of lash. Okay, I definitely did get all of the lash clusters off, so let's do another up close. Okay, so here are my lashes with the clusters removed. I still do have some glue residue on my lashes here. I do not have the glue remover, so we're just going to use regular eye makeup remover and we're going to see how it comes off. Okay, this is the part I'm kind of most nervous about, is to see how much glue I can get off without like a dedicated glue remover. So I just have my makeup wipe here and I'm using a little bit of my One Shot Clean mascara remover. This is a little bit of like an oily type eye makeup remover. So I'm just going to very gently start coating my lashes with this. I don't want to rub at all. I just want to start by trying to really saturate my lashes and see how much glue residue is going to be left over, because this I feel like is really going to let me know whether this is something I want to do again in the future. All depends on this process right here. So we are getting quite a bit of residue off here. I don't know if that's makeup or the glue itself. Not gonna lie, this is a very time-consuming process, but I am Trying to do the least amount of damage possible to my lashes. I would say as far as how this compares to like strip lashes and how much glue is left, I think there's obviously a lot more glue residue from this than there would be from a strip lash. I feel like I actually have broken down a lot of that glue. I'm just very gently taking my nails and just kind of running it along the lashes just to get any sticky clumps out. Okay, and I think I have removed most of the glue. I feel like I have very minimal damage to my lashes. I mean, of course I did probably lose a lash or two from the removal process, but as far as my natural lashes look, they actually look pretty similar as to where I started. Now my eye is getting a little irritated just from the removal of the glue and all of that, which reminds me, I did not have any other issues throughout the week with any redness to my eye when I was applying them. I did have a little bit of eye irritation just from applying them and the glue and all that for the first time, but I didn't have any more red eye issues after my eye kind of chilled out a bit. So I think it was just the process of applying the lashes and the glue for the first time that kind of, you know, irritated my eye a bit. All right, let me do an up close of my eyelashes now. Okay, so here are my natural lashes. I do think I removed most of the glue with very minimal damage. So if I show you my lashes themselves, this is what they're looking like. To me, they look pretty much like my regular lashes. Not much change to them. Oh, now I do have to say it feels so good to be able to like rub my eyes a little bit. Now I still got my contacts in, so I'm not gonna like go crazy at rubbing my eyes. It's kind of like taking a bra off. That's kind of what it feels like to remove the lashes. I kind of feel like I just took the bra off my eyelashes. Okay, so that was the process of removing it. I'm actually quite happy where I feel like I don't think it's completely necessary for me to need to purchase the glue remover. I felt like I was able to get actually all of the glue off without anything other than makeup remover. I do have one more little clump here just to pull out. Yep, got that. But I'm actually quite impressed that they just seem totally normal. So that was really the big thing that was going to kind of make or break this whole experiment for me. All right, guys, we started with no makeup. We are ending this video with no makeup. I just want to give some final thoughts on this product. Would I do this again? And just any tips and tricks I have. So I have completely removed all of the lashes, all of the glue, and my eyelashes look and feel pretty much just like they did before I did any of this, which was a very big relief because I knew I was taking a little bit of a risk and a gamble on this of ruining my lashes. So number one, would I do this again? I absolutely would, but I do want to say that number one, I do want to try some different styles. I think that these were really more of a dramatic style to start with, so I would like to see some more natural lash clusters, so I'm definitely going to be looking into purchasing some different styles to try out in the future. I would 100% do this again. As far as how long I would wear these, I would say probably I would feel more comfortable doing about 5-day wears with these. Like I said in this video, I probably could have kept going for another 3 or 4 days with these lashes and they probably would have been fine. In the back of my mind, I always felt like I couldn't quite get like every last bit of makeup off if I was wearing makeup, so that's why I didn't wear makeup a lot of days. As far as makeup on my eyes, I did feel like if I were to wear makeup every single day and removing that at night with these lashes, I don't think they would have lasted as long as they did for me personally, just because whenever I was removing the makeup, number one, I had to be so much more careful in working around the lashes as far as removing the makeup as well as applying it too. You do have to work around the lashes while you're applying your eye makeup too, which is one thing that was a little bit of a learning curve to do because I'm typically used to doing my eye makeup and then at the very last step I will apply my false lashes, so that was something new to kind of figure out how to do as well. But I definitely want to give my eyes at least, you know, 4 to 5 days of a break from this. Now if you were to do this back to back, like let's say you wear lashes for a week, you remove it and you reapply them, it is a bit of a process, and I think if you are continuously doing this you will have some loss of your natural lashes. So I definitely want to give my eyes a little bit of a break before I apply these again, because the other thing that I think is a very common thing, if you are prone to anything like styes, conjunctivitis, or dry eye, or anything like that, I really do feel like it's just very hard to get your eyes completely clean of any makeup, debris, dirt, bacteria, anything like that with these types of lashes. So I would say that if you are prone to having eye issues like that, like I would say you'd probably definitely want to do these in a shorter time frame, you know, maybe only wear them for 2 to 3 days or something like that, and just take very good care of your eyes, because I can see something like this causing some bacteria built up on your lash line, and even natural oils from your eyelids and stuff like that can obviously disrupt the very delicate eye area. So some pros and cons of these. I will start with my pros. Number one, I loved waking up every morning feeling like already put together, and I didn't have to really do anything. If I wanted to just throw on a little bit of concealer and maybe do my eyebrows, I felt like I could do that, and I already looked more put together than I do right now. This is just my natural state, and so I really enjoyed waking up feeling pretty in the morning. Another pro is that obviously I didn't have to apply my lashes every single day, with the minor exception of having to either put on like the inner corner that popped off or something like that, or the outer corner. It was nice not having to do that every single day. Another pro of this, I would say, is the cost effectiveness of this. If you are someone who is used to like going to get like professional eyelash extensions, that has got to add up, and you've got to get those redone like every 2 to 3 weeks or so. And so that is a very costly commitment. And if you are not someone that is able to commit to that type of cost, these I think are a really good alternative. I thought they looked really nice. You know, I would see my mom several times throughout the week and she'd be like, your lashes look really good. And she'd be like, what day are you on your lashes? Because she knew I was doing this experiment. And she's like, wow, they still look really good. They look good. And you know, stuff like that. And so that was very reassuring, because at times I thought, you know, do I look ridiculous with these type of lashes on? But it was nice that the longer I was wearing them, the more comfortable I was feeling with them, and the size of them and the look of them, and I thought they looked really good. So as far as a few cons, obviously number one I think is like the cleanliness of your lashes. You know, bacteria can easily grow when you're not able to get all of the makeup removed. My next con was having to be so careful at working around the lashes when I was removing my makeup. There were several times I did knock a, you know, corner or outer corner lash off, and I had to reapply it. So that was definitely something that I had to work around. Also with applying makeup, I did have to work around the lashes, which was a little bit of a different type of feeling. It was definitely something to get used to. Most notably, I felt like doing winged eyeliner was kind of hard for me to do, but kind of working around just those little weird angles that you don't quite know until you are doing it, that was one thing to work around. The next con is feeling like I never truly could like touch my eyes or like rub my eyes and stuff like that. The more I wore them, I felt like I started to get a little bit more dysmorphic about my actual eyelashes. I felt like when I very first put them on, I thought I looked like a drag queen. And then the more I was wearing them, you know, without any other eye makeup, they started to just kind of like feel like my natural, or like maybe not my natural lashes, but they felt like my baseline lashes and stuff. And so now I feel like when I look at my eyelashes, I feel like I look like bald as far as my eyelashes go. I feel like it looks like I have absolutely no lashes, which is not the case, but I just feel like it kind of gives me a little bit of a dysmorphic look at my lashes now compared to what they look like with the cluster lashes. Okay guys, I feel like I could just go on forever and ever, and I'm sure there's something that I missed, so if there is any point that I forgot to include, I will try to include that right now and let you guys know all of my thoughts that I'm sure I couldn't get out every single thing I was thinking. But overall, I hope you guys found this video helpful, because not only did I want to include my first time trying this, kind of working through it, figuring out all the tips and tricks and what worked and what didn't work, I also wanted to be sure to document the process of how they wore throughout the week, as well as, most importantly in my opinion, the removal process, to try to help you figure out if this is something that is going to be a good fit for you or not. And I definitely think it's one of those things that the more practice you have with it, the better results you will get. But I definitely will be exploring this more in the future with different lash styles and techniques and things like that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really helps my channel a lot to help get my videos out there to a bigger audience and to share my thoughts and opinions with you guys. And let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments section. Definitely let me know if you've tried this before. Do you want to try this? Are you scared to try it? I was definitely scared to do it the first time too, but overall I hope that this video was kind of helpful to ease any fears or answer any questions you may have had about this as a first timer and first experience myself. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys later.